Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me take you back into late '79, going into 1980. I was probably 6, going on 7, somewhere in that area. Uh, my mom and dad, it was a real tough time for me in more ways than one, but my mom and dad had decided that they couldn't live with each other. They had been fighting constantly and whatnot, and they decided that it was time to go about their part their ways. My dad had moved in with his dad, my grandma Emma, and his mom and dad, my grandma Emma, and my grandpa Alfred. And mom and dad had gotten proceedings ready to get a divorce. But when I'm 6 or 7 years old, 6 going on 7, or in that area, it really never hit me. Now, I understood that mom and dad weren't together anymore, but it just really didn't. I didn't understand, And I mean, it didn't hit me because it don't bother me. But later on, in the course or whatever, it did. But anyway, we won't go into that detailed. But I will tell you about the most funny experience for me that is really crazy. When you say stuff comes back to haunt you that really shouldn't be, this is one of these times, people. Like I said, in the course of 1979 or into early 1980, I went to Mineral City Elementary School. Mineral City was a town that was kind of small, but it was big. If you're going down the main stretch of Route 800 there going into Mineral City, and if you decided to blink 2 times or whatever, you'd miss Mineral City if you were there. Kind of, sort of, it's like one of those real small towns, if you will. I was in Mineral City Elementary School there, first grade. Miss Dolly. Miss Dolly, I don't know if she's still living today, but Miss Dolly was a real good teacher. She was kind of, I don't know, in her own way, she was a good teacher. But Tina Stark, a girl named Tina Stark, and a kid named Jason Belcher, we kind of had a little pact, if you will, kind of like a little Three Musketeers type thing. We kind of hung out together, recesses and everything like that. It's kind of a little pact. You know how it is when you get into first grades or whatever. You kind of meet new friends and everything and all this other stuff and whatnot. But I invited them to one of my birthday parties there during that year, one of those years as well. I think it was 1980 I invited them. Anyway, like I said, we had that pact, Three Musketeers. So anyway, there was a pencil. I don't know if it was my pencil or Tina's pencil. Well, Tina had a little thing, she kind of had, little giggles with me and Jason, if you will. And you kind of know that, you get these people, the adults, if you will, go, oh, that's so cute. But anyway, the pencil, it was either her or mine, fell onto the floor. Well, we both bent down, reached down, if you will, like that there, and picked up the pencil. Well, I kind of met her as I picked the pencil up first, and she kind of come down. I kind of met her right here in the eye. Kind of hit her in the eye. We said it was an accident and everything like that. She kind of, cried a little bit or whatever, because it kind of stung her a little bit. If you look at the lead hit her, sharp lead hit her right here in the eye. I told her I was sorry and everything, and, it was blown away. It was, blown off. Well, I'll tell you what. Back in late 94 and 96, or excuse me, late 95 going into 96, I was working at Daco's Family Restaurant, a job I got out of high school. I brought the bus cart back after I emptied the tubs back in the back and ready to wash up the dishes. And I kind of glanced over at the one table there that kind of catty-cornered from where the bus cart was kept. And there was a guy sitting there, and there was a girl sitting there. The girl said something to the guy, and the guy kept giving me an evil stare down as well as the girl did. Well, I didn't think anything of it. I thought, okay, these people were in a bad freaking mood. Well, then I decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back and do my dishes. Well, then I come out with some plates and stuff I was putting away out there in the cook's line. And they're up there paying for the bill, and the girl asked me, she says, you would have to be Roger Cornell, by the way, would you? I said, well, yes, I am. I said, that's me. I said, I'm Roger. She's like, well, I'm Tina Gibson. I'm like, okay. She's like, you probably know me as Tina Stark. I said, okay. She says, I'm like, oh, really? I said, hey, how's it going? She goes, I'm going to kill you. I said, excuse me? She said, you remember back in when we were in first grade and you poked me with the pencil? I was like, yeah, that was an accident. She's like, well, you caused me all kinds of problems. I've had blurred vision in this eye ever since. And right there's the scar and the mark to prove it. I'm thinking, okay, this is weird. This is kind of weird. You know, going back to the little pack thing we had. What about that? What about the, oh, I'm sorry, all no, it's okay, it's okay. And then all of a sudden she decides she's going to kill me. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. This is really, really weird. So it's just really, you know, she kind of told me, watch your back. You know, it could be my husband, it could be me, it could be my brother. And her brother, folks, his name was Don Stark. And they called him Psycho. And I may go into a little details about him a little later. But they came in, Doc was a few times. If it wasn't her husband coming in, give me an evil stare down, it was her. I'm going to kill you, she kept telling me. But after all in all, it kind of blowed off. And she kind of decided either she gave up and realized there was an accident, or she basically just decided, you know what, the hell with it. One of those weird experiences, folks. Very, very weird. And to this day, I look back on it and I kind of laugh. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.